Hello everyone, this is Alex Lee. Here I am to talk about my shear sharpening machine again. In 2023, I'll be coming out with several different shear sharpening machine design. I just did a video earlier about one of my new shear sharpening machine, the Red Duo. The Red Duo machine is a new replacement machine for the double home of the Katoku machine. And here I am to talk about the new design, new series machine of Katoku is the Typhoon series. The Typhoon series comes in single home, double home, and triple home specifications. I don't have enough room here to show all three home, which is the double, a single, double, and triple. I have the double home here at the far right corner, and then I have the triple home right here in front of me here. Okay, so let's do the demo on this triple home because all the feature, all the function, pretty much the same except the triple home at 3 homes. Okay, and then double home at 2 homes, and single home has 1 home. Anyway, this is machine that I have been designing for a long time, and this is the machine that I've been dreaming of actually for a long time. This machine has everything that I wanted for, and now I'm finally having it myself. So I'm very happy to have this myself. So let me tell you one by one about the feature of this machine. So this machine is, as you can see, is a 6 inches and 8 inches convertible. What I'm saying convertible is, let me get a little Allen wrench. When I say convertible, it's because as you can see right here, right now, this one right here is set up for the 6 inches. So as you can see, the overhang is just right. But this overhang right here for the 8 inches is hanging out a little too far. So with this here, this bolt right here, this 4 bolts right here, let me take this out. This 4 bolts right here, with this set of Allen wrench, if you loosen it up and reposition it, and this plate, this whole thing can move inside, so this overhang can be adjusted. So when you are deciding to use the machine for the 8-inch plate, okay, so the overhang can be adjusted. You may ask, why do I want to use the 8-inch plate? Why do I need to use the 8-inch plate? Well, simply answering that question is because in shear sharpening, there's a lot of shear sharpeners. I would say over 65% of them servicing patch grooming industry. For doing hair industry, the hair scissors are relatively a lot shorter. Is a lot shorter. And for the patch grooming scissors, this is the shorter it goes. This is the patch grooming scissors, the shorter it goes. So as you can see, this is actually too long for 6-inch disc. This may be just right for the hair cutting scissors, but for patch grooming scissors, this is a little too, the plate is a little too short for patch grooming scissors. And this one is actually just right. So to do the work easier for patch grooming scissors, you need to have the 8-inch plates. You have enough room to do the work. So you need to have 8-inch plate in order for doing the patch grooming shears easier. So that's one thing. So you need to have 8-inch play in order to do better work for patch grooming scissors. And sure, not just only patch grooming scissors, even hair scissors, anything go beyond 7 inches, you just need lot more room. You just need more room. In in the Shears factory, in the Shears making factory. So some of you know that I mean also in the Shears business, Shears manufacturing business. In the Shears factory, our standard Shears home is 8 inches home, not 6 inches home. It's an 8 inches home. So in the factory, this is the size we use. I know that 6 inches home, we use it every day out in the field for repairing uh, uh, salon scissors. I understand that. But in the factory, and this is the size that we use. So if you want to adapt more factory sharpening style, sometimes it's easier to use an 8 inches home. Okay, but then again, depends on which factory style, right? Um, so go back to to the machine. So you have a choice to use 6 inches or 8 inches. So when you get our Typhoon machine, 6 inches and 8 inches plate is standard, will come with the machine. And sure you can get more, but the standard starter kit, you will have some 8 inches plate and 6 inches plate standard. Okay, so no matter single home, double home, triple home, you have some starter kit with 6 inches plate and 8 inches plate. Okay, so standard was dust collection. This is a built-in dust collections. Later, again, I will show you how all this, dashboard and all this, switches works. Okay, and also that will come standard with the Mister water cooling system. This is another very intelligent design for water cooling system. And later on, I will also show you how to use this, system too. Very intelligent. So now, going by and talking um, about the machine itself has 3 separate motors and 3 separate sets of controller, which just means each set of motors is controlled by its own sets of controller. It has a 300 watts, 1/5 horsepower brushless motor. Okay, it's a 300 watts. It's double the size of any of the Katoku previous models motors. Previous models of any of a Katoku machine, if you like it already, they were 150 watts. Even though they were very powerful already, but they were 150 watts. But now you have a 300 watts brushless motor. So what does that mean is brushless motor, they usually last maybe 4 times as long as the brushed motors. And plus, you don't have to do anything in maintenance, which is you don't have to change the carbon brush. You don't have to change the bearing. You don't even have a way to change the bearings because the whole motor itself is sealed. You don't have a way to open it. If anything goes wrong with the motors, you would just have to replace it. Which is the good news is we, the manufacturing of this machine, we have all the parts available. You don't worry about ordering those parts from overseas, from any other places that you buy the machine from. When you buy the machine from us, we have those parts for you. So again, going back to the motor itself, is a 300 watts, 1/5 horsepower. They are individually controlled by its own controller. So what does that mean is each home can go by its own speed, its own directions. You can go one speed here, and in one directions here, or you can just run one home and leave the other two home, untouched. No problem. Yeah, sure, you may talk about, well, that's mean I have to turn on one of them, on by itself. Yes, there's always an upside, always a downside, right? I mean, that's pretty much the downside of it is you have to turn it on one at a time. Yes, and that's if that bothers you. Anyway, and let's talk about the switches. Okay, so this is slow to fast. This is the speed control, and this is a RPM, which tells you how many round per minute. Okay, is how many round per minute. So it actually show you the RPM, how fast your RPM is running. Left and right. So you're sharpening left hand shears, turn left, right hand shear, turn right. Or if you want to go by the arrows, it tells you left is go by the arrow is a counterclockwise or go by clockwise. Okay. So is turn it on and off is the same switch. Okay. So it's the same set here, it's the same set here, it's the same set here. Okay. And this right here is the rail for the Katoku shear sharpening guide, which is right here. That each machine will come with the Katoku shear sharpening guide. This is the new advanced, upgraded 2022 guide, which is the newest design guide. It's pattern protected design, has a ball bearing in all the joints, so the pivoting is very smooth, it will never stuck, and has a adjustable shaft, so that means you can adjust the length of the shaft, you can adjust it, which is you can design where you want the weights to be. You want the weights to the back, or you want the weights to be right in the middle. I like the weights to be in the middle so that you can, when you're sharpening, you can land on the home like a helicopters. Instead, if the weight's in the back, you'll always have to push it up from behind, like that. If not, then it will naturally try to tilt up your shears. Very easy to damage your shears, either this way, or you will do it too much, then you will damage your shears on the tips. Okay, and you can sharpen the right hand shears, you can sharpen left hand shears. Okay, very easy to adjust the angles. Simply, you just I have a separate video to show you how to adjust the angles. No worries about what to do. So simply, you just turn the bottom. Let's say right here is, hold on, right here. So you want to turn the bottom to let's say 50 degrees for right hand shear, and you lock it down. Okay, now this is locked at 50 degrees. This bulge, you have a choice to do it right here, right hand side, or you can do one on the left hand side. You have an extra one to come with the kit, so you can have two bolts. You can use one bolt on one side, one bolt on the other side. You have an ergonomic thumb rest right here for right hand shears, and here for the left hand shears. Okay, you have extra Teflon tap right here. And then when you need to replace it, we have extra one. If you need to order more, you can go to my website, order more, and those are available. So this one right here is very simple and easy. You just slide it on. When you slide on, you can go side by side very smoothly and easy. Right? You sharpen here, then you go here, and you go to here. Okay? From one grid to the others and to the others, okay? And or you say, hey, I don't want this to move. I want this one to stay. You tie this down, So it's not moving anywhere. It stays. It will stay right here. Okay? So in the middle, between sharpening, you don't want this to move. You just rest it right here. So this one will not go anywhere. No mistake making. You rest it on this valley right here. No mistake making. Okay? So that's that right here. And this 3 switches is for the dust collection. Dust collection 1, dust collection 2, dust collection 3. Okay? This magnet cover, when you remove it, when you're sharpening the right hand shears, you remove to the left and you turn it on. The dust collection engine on the back will start working. When you start the motor, when you're grinding, the dust will go inside to the airway, will suck inside the airway and collect it in the back, sit inside the dust collection bag. And if you're sharpening for left hand shears, do the same thing. And then now you're grinding here, the dust will go in here, will suck into the back and collect it into the back, sits in the back. And if you say, hey, I don't want this, collect it in the built-in dust collection bag. I want it to connect to my house dust collection system. Then you can purchase one of this adapter. This adapter, what goes into the back of the machine, you can hook onto this, and this one here, you can hook onto your hose, and the hose will connect to your own dust collection system. So you don't need to change the dust bag. And you can still use the dust collection engine to suck up the dust on top of your own dust collection engine already. Okay, so again, so you have the dust collection 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's pretty much for all this. And this one right here is a main power switch. The main power switch from the front. When I say main power switch from the front, is because there's another main power switch in the back. Okay, later I will switch the camera to the back side so you will see the back side, and I will talk to you about how it works in the back side. But when you're working here, you turn it on, everything comes on, because when you turn on, all the power comes on, including the outlet power, auxiliary power, to the LED light. So when you turn it off, everything off. So I consider this is like your working power. Like when you work, you come to here, you just flip the switch, work. Okay, but when you say, hey, I'm not gonna work anymore, and I know I need to get out of the store or whatever, you go to the back and turn it off completely from the back, because that back switch, the power switch in the back, that one has a few sparks connect to it. Again, later when I turn to the back view, I will show you what it is. Okay, all right, so yeah, that's how you turn it off. So basically, this is a triple home. It works the same way as the double home. Okay, this one weighs about, honestly, quite heavy, 65 pounds, very heavy. But this one is meant to be sit at the shop or sit at your workbench inside your trailer or your working van. For someone who's been doing this for some time, for not for someone just starting out, honestly, because this one has everything you're looking for as a, you know, high profile sharpener. Double home, actually, I would say anyone, you know, 2 or 3 years into it, great. You know, you can have that one. That one is also good. But you know, double home, triple home, not much different. It's just that the triple home has everything you ask for. When you ask me, why don't I make 4 home, court home, and then 5th home, and then 5 home, 6 home? The thing is the span. It does not make sense when I make 4 or 5 home, because when you're sharpening here and here and here, you can still, you know, within the reach. But you go here and here and here and here and there, it doesn't really make sense anymore, because you probably will have to, you know, go in, you know, unless you have a long arms and, you know, very good vision. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. So, let me see. So before we will turn it on and do the test drive, let's go to the back and show you how is it you know, looks like in the back, and do a little bit of talking about the switches and how to change out the dust bag and things like that. Okay. So here I am at the back side of it. Okay, here's the switch I was talking about. This is the main power switch on the back. When you flip this, you can see everything turn off. So this is the power cable. It comes standard power cable. It's a 3-prong computer style cable. When you buy our machine, it will come with the standard 3-prongs US style standard cable. But if you buy from overseas, you will have to get your own cable. We do not supply the power cable if you're from the overseas customer, because I just don't know which kind of cable that you guys use. You know, just can't keep up with a different standard. Okay, so this is the where is, you know, the fuse is located. You know, let me see if I can get that out. See, yeah, right here. Okay, right here is where the fuse located. Okay, so this is the fuse. When you use, that's a spare. This is the spare, and this is the fuse that that you will use. If this one's no good, then you put the spare on. Okay, it's a 10 amp fuse. Okay, it's a 10 amp fuse. So when that fuse no good, you replace it. Okay. Okay, so you put it back in like that. Okay, plug the cable back in. Turn it back on. This is the outlet power. This is USB plug. Give out 5 volts. Give out 5 volts. You know, to your USB. Extra plug. There's another set here, another set here. This is a dust collections. You unscrew this one right here. Actually, it's pretty simple. You just drop the lever. You drop the lever, take out the bags, dump the dust. This bags is reusable. You can wash it, and then reuse it. You can wash it and then reuse it, and then it will come with extra bags, so you can put a clean one on, and then you know, wait till the one that The other one is dry and put it in the storage. Okay, so this is the back of the water cooling system. This is just the height of the water cooling system, and then just put it easy to put it on. Later when I turn back from the front, I will show you how to turn on. This is where you plug in using the Type C USB cable. Very easy, very straightforward. Okay, all right, so let's go back to the front, and then we will fire it up and do some quick sharpening demo. And oh, by the way, this is the double right here. This is the double. This is where you store your plate for your 8-inch and 6-inch plate. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, first of all, before we do any demo, I would, let me see. So this is the guy right here. Let's move this out of the way first. So let's talk about this water cooling system first. Okay, let's raise this up a little bit. So when I was talking about this water cooling system, I said this one is one of the very intelligent water cooling system is. For so long, everybody want to have water cooled sharpening machine, but the water cooling sharpening machine that they used to have is always have one trouble, is the water cooler machine always making a lot of mess. Like, you know, the water will splash everywhere, and it's just like you almost have to wear a raincoat to do sharpening. The water just goes everywhere. Like, you will be busy, you know, wiping down your face, and also you cannot really see the shears. So the reason why I know that is because I have one of those machines myself. I paid a lot of money for it. That was one of the very famous, one of the very state-of-the-art machine, and I was very excited about it. And then when I fired it up, that thing was very disappointing, and that, you know, it was really lots of mess. And then end up I put the machine in the storage, and ever since then I want to have a machine that able to cool down the sharpening, but would not create a mess. And since then I keep thinking about one water cooling system that will able to do that. So here I am. This is a cooling system that is patent pending design. It's a patent pending design. It cooled the sharpening. It's not just only cooling the sharpening, but also has a way to keep the dust down. Between the dust collection and this water cooling system, you pretty much will kill all the dust. You don't worry about the dust will fly around at all. So let's fire this up and see what does it do. You see what is blowing out? You see what is blowing out? It's actually blowing out water vapor. Water vapor. Okay? It's actually blowing out water vapor. It's not even water mist or water drops. It's not dropping water, it's not spraying water. It's bringing out water vapor. Okay? So you can choose to blow up from distance, or you can choose to go all the way down against the abrasive. I don't like that because I don't like that scraping sound. So I always want to be just right on top of it. Okay, right now you may see this kind of like, you know, very sci-fi, right? Everything is blowing smoke and things like that. But as soon as I turn this on, you were not able to see that. So let's do a sharpening. Okay, let's do a demo sharpening. I did the same thing. I did the same demo sharpening with the Red Dual. Same thing. I was using the 6-inch plate, but now this is an 8-inch plate. Okay, same thing. What grit this is? Let's find out. I don't even know. This feels like a 600 grits. Okay, 600 grits. For the 8-inch plate, you don't have to turn on that fast because the diameters, so the outside will be much faster than the inside. So this one can be quite fast, okay? What I like about this is, see, when I sharpen, the blade is cool. The blade is cool, and there's no dust flying around. See, when I turn it on, the vapor is only going away on the backside. And did you see the rim? Kind of a little, a little bit of a little moisture on the rim. It's cooling down your abrasive. That means your abrasive will actually last longer. So this is a 600 grits, going pretty fast. It's about 1,000 RPM, but on an 8-inch plate. Okay, so let's do it on the 6-inch plate. See how it goes. So on the 6-inch plate, you see that kind of set back a little bit, and this 2 knobs right here, you can adjust the distance, and it's because my 8-inch plate has cushion, so it has raised it the distance, and I can adjust here this distance. Why do I do all this adjustment? When I'm doing sharpening, do I do all this adjustment? No. But why am I doing this? It's because I want to show you this. All this adjustment is adjustable. So when you once it's done adjusting, you don't really need to adjust it anymore, because once it's done adjusted, you just leave it there. You'll be just use it. So now I'm using the 6-inch plates, and you will understand what I'm saying. The plate is too short for patch grooming shears, and this is not even patch grooming shears. This is only a 7-inch shears. Okay, so it's still scraping. I don't like that. I don't like that when it's scraping the abrasive. Just drive me crazy. I don't like any kind of scraping. And then you turn it on. See how sci-fi it is, So now once you turn on, you don't see the vapor anymore. Oh, I need to. Did I set the angle already? Okay, and see, I have to adjust from here. Sorry, the table is not too stable. I have to hold on to the table. And also that I cannot be doing this. I usually like to put my hand here so that I'll be very stable. but I don't want to block your vision. I don't want to blocking the camera. I'm not doing a good job just because, you know. So this, hold on. This is with the guide, okay? And the shears is you know, lukewarm. It's not even hot. It's just warm, okay? That's what this water cooling system does. I haven't even turned on the dust collection because I'm talking right now. I don't want to, you know, extra noise, okay? So now, after that, I can be doing, let's say I'll be doing the Rhineline work here, okay? When I say these motors, they're powerful, I wasn't joking. 8-inch CBN wheel. And this thing weighs, I don't know, 10 pounds? I'm not even joking. Heavy son of a gun. Very heavy, okay? And you take some kind of a strong motor to run it. And no problem running it. And nice and smooth. With this kind of weight, you don't want to go too much. Under 1,000 RPM, just for safe. And then, when you're done, that noise is not anywhere from the engine or anything. I mean, from the motor or anything. It's from you know, between the bushing and the here and the pin. That's it. So because this one gives you a hard dot break, you know. When they break like that. So it will give you a hard break, you know. So there's nothing really wrong about a motor, but it sounds kind of a little scary sometimes. And that, you know, that's the how you operate this machine, you know. So again, this water cooling system is one of I think this most intelligent design. Again, has multiple benefits for healthy blades, healthy shears, very healthy shears. With that kind of speed, that kind of grinding, very good grinding, and no browning the scissors, very healthy all the way around. And there's no dust flying around. And you will have last longer on your abrasive. When your abrasive is hot, the particles, the grits, will tend to lose, will be loose up much easier. It will break apart much easier. So when you're keeping the abrasive cool, they will last longer, okay? So that's that. And this water cooling system is so easy to use. To put it on, is a one screw operations. You put it on with one screw, you know. If I can get it out. Okay, so it's a one screw. Okay, and then you put the water in. You put the water in, right? And then you go like that. And and then you take it to here. Again, it's only one screw. I just wish that has lesser thread, you know, it's like, you know, 100 different threads in there. So, okay, and now you slide on the side like that, and then you tighten this 100 threaded screw when you can get it on. I think we have to do a better screw. But anyway, these water bottles should last you several weeks before you need to fill up the water. And this one here, again, you can adjust the height. This one here, you can adjust the outward. And once this is on, the thing is, once this is on, you don't have to take out this unit. Actually, it was the design is you loosen this up, and this is how you take this out. This is how you take this out. This is how you take this out. You fill the water. Fill the water. Put this back in. Plug in the cord. That's it. But when you need to move the machine around, travel, so to put this back into the case, then you have to do the 100 thread screw. So if you just need to fill the water, unscrew this. That's it. Do that. And this brush right here has the widest brush for your 8-inch plate. This one is made for 6 inches, and this one can pop out, can pop right out. And then let me see. Oh, so here is the 8-inch brush for your 8-inch plate. Then you put it in. It just when they're brand new, you probably take a little bit of work to fit it in. I don't know, you guys are sharper and you know what to do to put it in. But anyway, it's a 6 inches. I mean 8-inch brush, for your 8-inch plate. Okay, you guys figure this out. Okay. Anyway, where's my other brush? Right here. So, okay, this right here, like that. So again, this machine is meant to be for stationary. It's not meant to be for moving it around. If you meant to, if you want to have a machine that moving around and do inside the salon service and things like that, you can think about our clean machine, the clean machine, and also the single home of the Typhoon single home, and also the red dual. It's a smaller double home machine. It's a smaller size without the dust collections. Okay, it's a very straightforward double home machine. Okay, so when you buy our machines, it comes with the LED lights, and then you will have your plates. The Typhoon machine will come with 6-inch plates, also some 8 inches plates. You will have some startup abrasives. You will have our Katoku shear sharpening guide. This is a standard guide. And then you'll have some practicing shears to practice. You have some polishing compound. you will have some lapping film, CBN lapping film. This is not aluminum oxide, this is CBN. Okay, they last a long time. And the honing block. These are for doing the inside rine line. Okay, inside rine line. I have a video to show you how to put it on. People ask me why I don't include the water stone, because the water stone has many different options. I don't know which one is better. People tend to have a lot of different opinion on different stone, and I personally like to use this more. And also that stone can be vary from stone to stone, and they can add up the cost very quickly. So instead of for me to choose the stone that may not be the stone that you like and add the cost into your package, why don't I just give you something that you can go by with until you find your own stone? Or maybe you even just like doing this using the lapping film, and maybe you even just like using the CBN wheel like I always do. I honestly tell you that I do 85% of my work on the CBN wheel now. You know, I should say even 90%, and the other 10% is on you know, film and some stuff. You know, so anyway, and a bending block, and also come in the bending block. I used to give a package, within the package I used to give a handle bender, but now I give a bending block instead, because the bending block I think will be more useful for a lot of sharpeners, because bending block you can actually adjust the set of it. Although a lot of people don't like using a bending block to adjust the set. I know there's a lot of different opinion about using the bending block. I personally don't use the bending block that much, but that's a option to use a bending block to adjust the set. So in shear sharpening, you definitely need to adjust the set. So if you are not good using the hammer, bending block is definitely a way to adjust the set. Okay, so again, you know, a lot of people have different opinion on the bending block, but to me, a lot of people have different opinion on a lot of things. You know, so I would like to keep this option open. I will keep this into the package. And also because in my video, not my video, I mean in the Katoku package, when I sell the machine, inside the package we'll have one training video, the basic training video. Inside the video there we'll have one training using the bending block to adjust the set of the scissors. So I think can be easier to relate the video using the if I give the bending block. So again, so your bending block, and I think that's about it. Did I mention the LED light? If a triple hone, you come with 3 lights. A double hone, you come with 2 lights. Single hone, come with 1 light. This machine is immediately available, even though it's a 2023 models, but is immediately available. I may not have it up on my website yet, but I'm working on it, but it will be very soon available on my website. If it's not on my website yet and you want to order that, order it, and you can message me, call me, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, okay? And I think I have covered everything. If it's not, then message me. I will try to answer any question you may have. These machine. Oh, one more thing. These machine, 110 volt to 240 volt, usable. So that means you don't worry about adjusting the voltage. You can just take the machine here. You can plug it in into the wall, and it will work. You can take it to Europe and plug it in. It will also work. Nothing need to be done, and you can use it anywhere you want. Okay, and did I mention anything about how the machine runs? I may not have, huh? Anyway, so let's fire this up. Okay, so the machine is, very high torque. As you can see, a low RPM, in a very low RPM is still giving out very high torque, okay? And top speed at around 2700 RPM. You can run different speed and different directions, and they all have dynamic brakes. All dynamic brakes, it will brake just like that. This is the request from one of my customers. They say, I want dynamic brake. Okay, there you are, dynamic brake. Okay, so this is it. I think I've covered everything. The machine comes with 1 year warranty, labor and material. Anything goes wrong, you ship to me, you pay one-way shipping. I do everything. I will pay for all the parts and labors, and I ship everything to you. I pay for shipping. So, that's warranty. And there's overseas, then same thing. You ship to me, I will fix everything, and I will ship back to you. Okay, same thing. You pay one-way shipping, I pay the other way shipping. And most of the time, things like these kind of machine, unless I don't know if there's anything major can happen at all, even though it's as bad as maybe the motors blow up or whatever, I can just send you a motor. You can just switch the motor in it, and things can be fixed very easily. I don't think you need to send the machine to me and then send it back. I had one customers had waters into the motors, into the machine, and then the whole thing got fried up, and he sent it back to me. I changed everything. I sent it back to him, and that was it. That was only one time, and but other than that, I had never had problem. But the machine has major problems. But I don't think you're going to be pouring water into the machine, right? So again, this is Typhoon, Typhoon series, built-in dust collections and water cooled system, sharpening system. The machine that all sharpener wants. Okay, thank you. And this is Alex Lee. You have a question? Give me a message. Thank you.